Welcome everyone. So I did a look for Instagram. Now this is Phantom of the Opera and this is what it looks like in lifetime view. If you know what I mean. It's a recorded but live. Um so to do this, I didn't exactly show every single product that I used, but I'm going to tell you right now what I use. So the first thing you want to do is just brush your hair up just to get it out of your way and out of your face. And you're going to have to take off one of your eyebrows if you have makeup on. If you don't have any of that, then you might want to use glue and then some concealer and some powder over it to cover your eyebrow. But since I don't really have any, I didn't really have to do that. I just had to wipe it off, you know. And then, forgot to mention, if you do have eyebrows, just to use a glue stick. Now, the first thing we're going to use is some primer. Now, this is I believe it is the poreless primer by Touch and Soul. Now, you're going to need a primer just to put it on your face to smoothen out your, skin texture and everything. And so you can apply your foundation and the products that have to go. The first thing I'm using right here, the second thing I'm using right here is the Strobe Light highlighter. Now this is by Makeup Revolution and you're going to apply it all over your face. Be generous with it. Don't worry about using way too much. Don't end up like me choking in the video. But yeah, you're just going to apply it all over your face on one side of the face. I don't necessarily map anything out. You can map it out with a white liner, but I never really map out. I just go with the flow. So you're going to apply that to the upper area of your face, underneath your eye, your nose, and then the top of your forehead. We don't want to cover the whole face. This is just partial masquerade mask. Next, I'm going to grab Brow Precise by Maybelline New York, and this is a highlighter for the eyebrow, but I'm going to use it as a concealer, and we're going to place that right over the eyebrow. It works just as fine, and you're going to press powder right over it. You're not going to be able to tell you used a eyebrow highlighter, and we're just going to press that over. So if you don't have a lot of eyebrows, you're good, and then we're going to apply more and more product. Next, we're going to use Bella Pierre Loose Pigment. This is the color Snowflake. It is a really light, shiny color. It's going to give that, shininess effect that a mask has. And it's just a really pretty color. Use it very generously around the face and just apply right over that Makeup Revolution highlighter that you applied all over your face. Kind of ate some right here. So we're just going to keep adding more and more and blending it out. You're going to keep applying. Remember, I said generously, and I really mean generously. You're just going to keep going on there with the same product of Bella Pierre and adding more and more and more. Next, we're going to grab some makeup wipes or anything you have, and we're going to clean off the sides to make it look more sharp. So you just have to go over the sides just like so. Clean up these areas right underneath the nose. We just want the lines to be a little bit more straight and more cleaner looking. Use a makeup wipe or baby wipe or anything you have in hand that can clean that up. So this is where the fun begins. This is a remix palette by BH Cosmetics. This is the color, this brown color right here I'm going to use. You can use any darker brown. And we're going to grab a smaller fluffy brush and we're going to start shading out the outlines of where you cleaned it off at, just like so. This is going to create an effect that there is a shadow and there is a mask placed on your face. You're going to want to continue this brown eyeshadow all the way down to the nose and to the tip and to the top of your forehead, and slowly blending inwards just a bit. Next, we're going to apply it to the cheek area. Just like before, you're going to apply it to the outer lines of the mask you made and slowly blending it out. This video is fast forward for your convenience, otherwise it would take longer. This whole look took me about maybe 30 minutes or so. So 10 minutes less in the video or something like that, but you just want to keep blending it out and applying to the nose. Remember, this is the same eyeshadow before. And blend, blend, blend. You're going to blend it upwards just a bit. Not too much, very light-handed in this area. Remember, this gives the effect and the illusion of more depth and definition. We're going to slowly blend out that brown on the forehead too. Next, we're going to grab a makeup wipe or remover or anything, or just a little pad, and clean out the eye area. We're just going to carve out the eye space and try to make sure it's really, really nice and clean. Remember, there is no face paint required for this. All you need is makeup. If you have any of this stuff in hand or anything similar, you can recreate the same look. I'm gonna touch it up a little bit more with that strobe light. And we're going to clean it off again. We're just trying to get these lines nice and sharp by also cleaning it up. Going to use this Q-tip right here to get a little bit more sharper lines and more precise cleaning. Next, you're going to grab the same brush you had and you're going to pick up the same color, and you're going to start carving out that eye space to make it look like there's like a socket there. You know, the mask, how it has like the separation of the eye and the mask, and we're just going to create that effect. So you're going to apply it right there by the brow bone, right underneath the brow, going downwards and underneath. Everything where you carved out your space for your eye is where you're going to highlight. You're not going to do the entire eye, you're just going to do the outer edges of it. Next, you're going to pull that eyeshadow going downwards the bridge of the nose, and you're going to keep pulling that eyeshadow down. This is going to give that depth and definition of more realistic. And then we're going to go back to the top of the eye right there and add in some more color. And to the bridge of the nose, a little bit underneath. And we're going to add some to the top. It might look a little different due to lighting, but you're going to see the difference right now at the end of the video. So you're going to add a line to the top, and you're just going to add some color and spread it out. Blend back and forth. And we're going to go back to the forehead and back to that spot. We're just touching it up. We're going to grab a little bit more eyeshadow and we're going to place it right there in the tip of the nose and connecting to the side to give more definition. Adding a little bit more each time gradually. Don't add too much at a time. You want to do it gradually over time. Next, you're going to take a smaller brush, a liner brush, a detailed, and you're going to grab a darker eyeshadow and you're going to place it right over just like so. You're going to highlight the areas that you did before, and this is going to give it an effect more of a, darker. You want it to have a lot of definition. You want it to look as realistic as possible. So you want to add those highlights and those dark areas. So go back and grab more color with the liner brush and just go over the lines you did, but these lines are going to be much thinner than the other ones. And we're going to grab the fluffy brush again and blend it out just a bit, very light-handed, right over the where you did those harsh lines. And I'm going to use my mirror. And we're going to go back to the strobe light and we're going to touch up the areas. We're going to add a little bit more highlighter right over that bel pierre we did, and this is going to add a more of a shine. We're going to reach back into the bel pierre and add it right there to the highlight area of the cheek. Since the bel pierre is way lighter, it's going to give more of a highlighted effect. Go back and blend that brown out a bit just with that highlighter and bel pierre, and we're going to reach into the violet voss and we're going to grab the black eyeshadow in here. Now you're going to apply that right over the brown, a little bit lower. This is going to give the effect of way more definition, that there is an eye socket going in and the mask and the eye are completely separated. So you're going to apply it to the front of your eye. You're going to pull that shadow in just a bit and you're going to do right in the inner corners of your eye and right underneath where you had that blank flesh of skin like patching showing. You're going to keep applying it and pulling until you create a full oval. Eyeshadow in my eye. And then you're just going to keep on applying more and more eyeshadow. Now this eyeshadow is by Violet Voss and it is really dark and pigmented, so make sure to use a dark black eyeshadow. Now we're going to grab the liner, and this is by Physicians Formula. You can use any eyeliner, and you're going to go over right on top of that black. You're going to line it. You don't have to do a full complete oval, you just can do like a little bit. And this is going to add way more definition to that black eyeshadow. It's going to make it look way more intense and like there's more depth into it. Keep going over just a bit and make the side a little bit more thicker. You want to make the sides more thicker, going towards outwards, and going inwards more thinner. Now we're going to reach back into the black eyeshadow. You can use any black eyeshadow, and you're going to go right underneath where you had that liner. Now you want to do a back and forth blending motion, and you're going to add some to the side and to the bottom. Blend the top and add more to the front. Remember, you don't want to put too much black at once. You want to add this gradually to give that effect that there is a separation of the skin and a mask. Now you're going to grab a darker eyeshadow, and you can use the same black color, and you're going to lightly make like a smiley face right in your highlighter area, just like so. And you're going to apply some to the top, right underneath that brown. Blend, blend, blend back and forth, and then back underneath a bit. And you're going to go and touch up the other areas like your forehead. and the rest of the face. You're going to highlight the areas right over the brown a bit and by the nose. You're going to add a little bit of that dark eyeshadow, just a bit. Be very careful when you're doing this not to overdo it. And you're going to blend upwards and also into the bridge of your nose. A little bit more color. We're going to go back with that same liner, and we're going to add just a few lines for separation across the forehead right there, just a bit, and then some right by the nose area and the cheek. That came out a little bit too thick on the cheek, and we're just going to grab the brush and blend it in. I'm going to use the wipe really quick to try to clean off the space just a bit. It got a little bit messy, so I'm just going to clean it up. So if it gets a little bit messy, just go back and clean it up. Make sure it is nice and blended together. We're almost done. And we're going to grab this Q-tip right here. And we're going to clean out the lines to make it extra sharp. It was a little bit too thick. So if you mess up, just go back and clean it off. If you end up messing up like I did, you could just go back and grab some eyeshadow and cover that up and blend it together. Next, I'm going to reach in Endless Possibilities Barbie palette by PUR. And I'm just going to grab some eyeshadow, the pink one, and just put it over my lid with my finger. You don't have to use your finger, you can use a brush, but I'm going to do this quick and I'm going to use my finger. And we're going to use a Q-tip really quick to spread more eyeshadow right underneath the waterline. And we're going to add a lighter color to the front, a highlighter color, and just apply it to the inner corner of our eye. And now we're going to grab the same Q-tip and add a little bit more of that highlighting color and place it right underneath our brow bone, or our brow area, and just blend it out with the Q-tip just a bit. And we're going to reach into our mascara and do our lashes. We're going to do our lashes with I'm doing my lashes with the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. And then I'm going to place my lashes right over. The last thing you're going to do is add some foundation. You have to work around the mask. I don't know what happened to the clip of the foundation. I recorded it, but something happened. Just work around it. That's why the primer was there for. You're going to apply the foundation right over with a brush or a beauty blender and work around the mask. And the last touch you're going to do is go back in with strobe light, and you're going to add a little bit more highlights to the areas you think you forgot or need more. If you watched this entire video, I really do appreciate it and thank you. And if you like this video and look, please comment down below and hit that like button. Hit the notification button to get more future videos from me and tutorials along with reviews. Follow me on Instagram for more looks and inspiration. Follow me on Facebook as well. Hit that like, hit that sub, and hit that notification button. Have any comments or anything? Put them down below. Any suggestions, DM me directly on Instagram. Try it out. This is good for anyone, and it is fun, and it is by an awesome movie that I extremely love. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.